Donato, g'day, how you going? What do you know? Peace be with you. Just coming to talk about this area around West Angeles, around the Emu's belly and leg and feet. This is on the southern side of West Angeles. Now this area is a catchment area on the southern side of the Emu's neck and between his legs down to his feet. It runs into the Angelo at his feet. It's the northern branch of the Angelo, the Wandjina we call it. And that country, that's Ngalawanga country. Where I get this from is studying the land and the old people telling me, look at where the water is. The water will show you how the water falls in the land, will show you which country it is. Especially up in this area now, West Ange, Mount Robinson, Governor. The governor is Inawanga. Mount Robinson is Banjima, Nyabali. They come in there. There's a Willawali river system there. So the Gundawana Claypan area, it runs around from the northern side of the governor, and it runs around through West Ange. But when it comes around to the West Ange side, there's a pivot point, a waterfall point there, where one lot falls back into the Turi and one lot goes down into the Willawali. That's the northern side of the Emu, this Jungrana. Now on the southern side of this Jungrana is where the Angelo comes up. Mount Ella is a boundary for the Inawanga. And on the northern side, I believe is traditionally is Ngalawanga. Not Ngalawanga, sorry. On the northern side of the Emu's neck is where the Willawallis, two Willawallis come there. One near Mount Robinson, another one coming up near Mount Ella that runs into the main Willawali. So that's Nyabali country, that waterfall point. Then on the southern side of the Emu's neck in Mount Ella, all that catchment area runs down into the Angelo, the Wandjina. It's the northern branch of the Wandjina, there's a catchment area. And that's Ngalawanga country. So that's between the Emu's, the Jungrana's belly, leg and feet. Comes down at his feet. Now, I've put a heritage, making it a heritage site. It's in the process at the moment, this Jungrana, this Emu. And I've claimed the whole lot because that's what I was given from the Mangamba, our creator. He showed me that. And if we go on these waterfalls, and what the old people told me, there's old Clary Smith. He was one of my great grandfathers, a brother from my great grandfather, Thup, or George Cottercross. He was a younger brother, Gulaludi, his name was, and he grew up, old Clary Smith. Clary Smith had a European father, Len Smith. And my great-grandfather had two brothers. The other one was Mumuniti, and he grew up at Jack Smith. And he's a Guruma side, Mount Brockman, his mum come from. So they both had Len Smith as a father. Now, Clary Smith told me Cork Tree Well on the Inibitty, that's where the Inawanga and the Ngalawanga, the people used to meet up for law time and talk about law, where it's going to be and all that. So that Inibitty comes up, it's short of the northern branch of the Angelo. But if you follow him up, he'll just about hit where that sinkhole is. That sinkhole is where this big serpent got up. Now, there is a waterfall, and that if you follow that Inibitty up, he's lining straight up with where that sinkhole is. So, but all this country, we don't actually go into the Angelo or the Wandjina. We're skirting around the top of it, the hills on the top, because you got to think about the catchment of that Angelo. That's all belonged to Ngalawanga. So the boundaries weren't done properly in the beginning, because we were sitting back and doing it on a map. We didn't get to finish this particular eastern boundary. And now that they want to mine in that area, it's time to stand and tell the truth. So that's what I'm doing. I need to tell the truth. Because I'm Clary Smith, Ngalawanga old fellow, his mum was Ngalawanga, but my old people brought him up, and he told me this. And I'll leave it at that.